Tonight's episode of Twits is brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light.
Crank the little drums and then hit a little metal church, and we'll be ready to go. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to, finally, Week 1, regular season edition of Twits. Joining me once again from his palatial estate in Brownwood, Texas, with 3 luxury sleds parked in the driveway, Mr. Mike Paddock. How are you, sir?
Howdy, doing fine. How are things up north?
They are excellent. We are in the midst of some beautiful fall weather up here. Nothing but sunshine pretty much every day. Highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. It's definitely football season. We are currently, Mike, about 48 hours from the kickoff of the 2011 NFL season. College season got underway this last weekend with the Gophers having an excellent showing against USC, losing by 2. And Mike, as I understand it, you were at a hallowed college football venue this past weekend yourself.
Kyle Field, watching the old Texas A&M Aggies destroy your SMU Mustangs, 46-14.
And the score wasn't that close.
It was not.
Yeah, and my college fantasy quarterback got pulled.
Yes, he did. Good thing you benched him.
That's correct, sir. I don't know when I'll be playing him again. So, Mike, this is regular season week 1 here. Good news for everyone in the SFL out there. Our sponsorship with Coors Light just got renewed for 3 years. Our CFO Tim Boncher was busy all last week doing negotiations with the Coors clan, so we're locked in for 3 years on that. So that's good news. Look for your checks in the mail, and so we got Twits going, and we'll be doing this hopefully about each week, Mike. So hopefully you guys can find 10 to 15 minutes a week to look into this. It's one of the things I think sets our outstanding league apart from the other ones out there. So one of the things we'll be doing each week is giving the premium access password, which for week 2, so after this weekend's games, if you want to log in, say next Tuesday, and check out premium content, the password will be BELT, as in Aaron Rodgers Championship Belt, B-E-L-T, all lowercase.
Or a Grant Belt premium, right?
Yeah, let's make it a primo night, Mike. So, with that, Mike, let's take a look at what is on tap for Week 1.
Week 1 sees us bringing Fred into the fold, going up against Thad, so there's no history in that matchup. And the lineups aren't set yet, so we can't even get an estimate on what's going to happen there. So good luck to both of you.
Speaking of Thad, need to put out a subtle reminder to everyone, or not everyone, but to Thad and Greg to please get your league safe payment in. Like to have those set by the time Mason Crosby and or John Casey kicks off the ball on Thursday. So I'd appreciate that, guys.
We did an APB, an all-paid bulletin.
It's aggressive.
All right, next up on tap, we have Jeff, show him the belt, Sonderman going against Tom Brixton Sky. Jeff leads that series, points 929 to 918, so it's pretty close there. And Tom actually leads that series 13-12 and 1. Winning the last 8 matchups to get to that point.
8 of the last 12.
Yes.
Let's not make it any worse on the commission than it already is.
Sorry, say 8 in a row. I'm just shaking off the rust. Wayne, you have premium access going against Greg, the Paul Rogers Tribute Band. And Greg leads that series 1080 to 925 for Wayne. And the all-time series 18-13.
Hey, Greg, take some of that. Greg, take some of that bad company money and get it into the league safe there.
There you go. He's won 3 of the last 4 matchups to get to that as well. And then Evans Chilean Miners, the Still thinking about those guys a year later.
Yeah, wow, that's impressive. I think we all knew Evan was a humanitarian at heart, but yeah, still showing the love for the Chileans, who I'm pretty sure out of the mind at this point. But anyway, let's see what's going on here.
Hey, he's coming into my house. Mike's my hot tub time machines.
Sweet.
I lead that series points 688 to 668. However, Evan leads the series 9-8-1.
Very similar to my situation.
Correct, and I've won 2 of the last 3 matchups to get to there. And then rounding out this week, we have Mickey's Crazy Critters going against Tim and his Cranky Pants. And I know why he's cranky, because Mickey's got him beaten the points by 848 to 808. So those 40 points have led to Mickey's 13-10 all-time series record on that one. And however, Tim has won 2 of the last 3, so it could get tight.
Fight like a tiger.
Fight like Mickey's Toiga.
Yeah, exactly. All right, excellent. Gone over the premium password once again. Belt for it's PACK, PACK, for anyone who wants to get in week 1, and then once next Tuesday hits the beginning of week 2, it'll be Belt, BELT. Mike, let's take a look at quickly everyone's tertiary favorite segment. Little segment I like to call Chalk Talk. This week, Mike, for my Chalk Talk, I'm gonna stay within the confines of the NFC Norris, and I'm gonna take a look at a road favorite, which are always a little bit scary, but the Atlanta Falcons and their new fun and gun attitude, throwing 42 passes in the first half of
crazy beer.
Week 3's preseason game, and their much improved defense are going to go up to Chicago and take on what I believe to be a fairly porous Chicago offensive line, and probably Lance Briggs-less defense. I look for Atlanta, who is a 3-point favorite, to get a fairly easy cover on the road. Mike, I'm going to take Atlanta by 8 and to easily cover the 3-point spread. Mike, people have been waiting 6 months for this. Let's take a look at the dog of the week.
Well, Jeff, they're going to hear the same thing they heard last time I did the dog of the week, because for some reason the Motor City Kitties are getting no love. They are 1.5-point dogs at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, come on now. I'm going to take the Motor City Kitties to win by, I'd say, at least a field goal.
Hey, a moment of silence for Leroy Selman, too, one of your Buccaneer greats. On a side note there. Passed away this last week. All right, so dog of the week, Mike, you are sticking with the Honolulu blue and silver. I like it. Let's see if you can maybe find one of the other 31 teams there this year. But, hey, if it's working for you, right?
Hey, if they're going to give it to me, I got to take it.
Raiders and Lions were your meal ticket last year. So, starting off on the same path. All right, finally, Mike, real quickly, we'll take a look at game of the week, Mike. We got Sunday Night Football. Big matchup in the Big Apple. We've got your America's team, your Dallas Cowboys, and the New York Jets squaring off from, I forget the name of the stadium. I just went over to the sponsor. Apparently it's not Giant Stadium anymore. It's something else. But anyway, they're going to be hooking up in the Big Apple. Who do you like in that matchup, Mike?
Well, Dallas is traveling all the way across country to Chris Christie Stadium, I believe it's called now. And
Okay.
I think they're going to have their hands full with the Jets. I saw a little bit of the preseason out of the Cowboys, and they're still having problems with that offensive line. And I think the Jets' defense will be too much of a match for the Cowboys, so I'm taking the Jets.
Pretty good analysis there, Mike. Yeah, Miles Austin sounds like he might be a little bit iffy. Dallas has definitely got some offensive line issues. Might be without Terrence Newman, as I understand it, one of their outstanding cover corners. And the Jets, I think, look good. I think they're poised to make a run. I think they've been in the AFC Championship game the last 2 years. Obviously playing in a tough division and a tough conference, but I think they're poised to take the next step, and I think this is probably the launching point. So I agree. I think the Jets roll in that one. So look at that. Game of the week, we've got a consensus, week 1.
And that's bad news for you because I lose almost every game of the week.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one way of looking at it. And I only hit about 50%, so for those of you betting, yeah, it's about 3-1 that Dallas is going to win that game. All right, Mike, I think that'll wrap things up here for week 1. Like I said, tomorrow night, everyone make sure you got your Thursday night. Make sure you got your confidence pool stuff in. Make sure you got your starting lineup set, all that kind of stuff. Should get reminders on everything you need. Always sffl.org for all your fantasy football all needs and whatnot. So with that, we'll say go Pack. Should be a fun game on Thursday, and we will talk with everyone after week 1 action.
Adios.
Adios.